is Shall We Dance? And oh, are we going to in these next 2 hours? So clear the furniture, get your video out if you want to watch how it's done, and make sure your arms are taped down. 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. Make those donations. We're going to try to reach $2,000 by the end of this program, and the only way we do that is with you doing your part. But now let me get out of the way for members of the Blue Ridge Irish Music School Trad Ensemble. Uh-oh, the dancers are already winded. We're in trouble, folks. We've got 2 hours of them. What are you sitting down for? What? Oh, a shoe came
My
off.
shoe fell off.
She's already throwing her shoes.
Well, you can throw your shoes at us after you've made your pledge, listeners. Give us a call at 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. It's a beautiful day out there, and we are so thrilled that we were able to get the members of the Blue Ridge Irish Music School Trad Ensemble and these fantastic dancers inside until noon on this 6th day of the Folk Marathon. If you're not familiar with WTJU, well, it has been around since 1957, and we've had wonderful programming from the other side of the pond for almost 40 years now with Atlantic Weekly Part 2. And this week has been chock-block. That's not, no, I can't think of the right term. I've been up too many hours, but we have had so many great programs from the other side of the pond, whether it was Richard Thompson or Ashley, the governor from Fairport Convention, to the list goes on and on. So give us a call, folks, if you appreciate this music and especially Irish music. BRIMS is a school here in the area, and we're going to chat with Laurie Madden about that in just a moment, that offers so many different types of classes and concerts as well. We have got Breabach, a great Scottish group, coming to town on the 22nd of this month, and then Dervish is returning on March 12th. And you can find out those details over at brimstunes.org, and we'll actually be offering some tickets for you to pick up for a donation to WTJU. But I see that at least 2 of our dancers have picked up instruments to play with. So how about as we get Alex taking his sweater off, picking up his fiddle? We're giving them blow-by-blow accounts here, folks. Remind folks, Alex, what's that phone number folks should call?
434-924-3959.
Or go online?
WTJU.net.
All right.
I made my donation this morning.
Yes, Alex has made his, so now we're waiting on everyone else. As they're warming up, you can warm up your digits and call 434-924-3959 online, WTJU.net. Let's get back to the stage and the members of BRIMS Trad Ensemble. Over here at the stage, WTJU, the wonderful sounds of the BRIMS Trad Ensemble. More details about BRIMS, do check out brimstunes.org, and BRIMS is Blue Ridge Irish Music School, so brimstunes.org. And we're here raising funds for WTJU. Lori, how about I get you up for a minute? Lori, let's talk first about BRIMS for a moment and what it is and how long it's been around and what you're doing.
Okay. Well, BRIMS really started in about 1999, but we became official after we went to Ireland in 2000. One of our founders is here on stage, Tess Sleminski, and good friend and associate Sarah Nissenson-Reed, and they had a brainstorm to take some of these folks, including Alex and Mimi, who are on the stage, to Ireland and my kids. And when we came back from that trip, we decided to get nonprofit status and open the school. So we've been operating as a nonprofit educational organization since 2001. So that's 22 years now. And we have classes for all ages and skill levels in most of the instruments that are represented here today that you can see through your radio. And dance classes and singing and ensemble classes. We go to Ireland. We bring in concerts like Dervish and Breibach.
And well, I want to talk about the dancing for a minute because we're celebrating dance this week here on the marathon. And many of us know they attribute it to the river dance creation and the arms by the sides. Are there other styles of the Irish dance where the arms are allowed to move, or is that kind of a standard?
Well, it's standard for competition dancing, and yes, river dance did open up a whole new world for Irish music and dance around the planet. And so the older style of Irish dance, which will be demonstrated here today and that Fiona Balistreri also teaches at our school, is sean-nós. And sean-nós is Irish for old style. It also applies to a type of unaccompanied singing, and that's a way more relaxed, close to the floor. Your arms can move around. It's more, instead of it being choreographed, it's more interpretive and, what's the word I'm looking for? Improvisational. And then there are group social dances where you're holding hands with other dancers, and so of course you can't keep your arms at your sides if that's happening. And in the really performative places, like in river dance, Michael Flatley gets to move his arms, I guess. And but that's become more common too for performers of even the what we think of as the more traditional step dance.
And we will be seeing some of that throughout the program. So if you are so inclined, you can go to WTJU's Facebook page or our YouTube channel, where we do have our 3 cameras picking up the performers both on stage and on the dance floor here. As you do that, remember, we're here raising funds, so go to WTJU.net and click on that donate button or call 434-924-3959 and make that pledge. We're trying to get to $2,000. We've had some nice pledges. I want to thank Alex out there and Reba and Sarah for all making generous pledges. And you can be the next one I get to thank at 434-924-3959 online, WTJU.net. And I see both Alex and Tess have got their fiddles at the ready. So what are we going to hear?
We're going to play a couple of reels for dancing. And the first one is called Johnny McGreevy's, and the second one is called Hunter's House. And they're good? Yep. 1, 2, 3.
live here at the stage at WTJU. The sounds of the BRIMS Trout Ensemble and their wonderful dancers. All right, I want to get the youngest dancer who's sitting on that stool to come over for a minute. What's your name?
Keaton Mortimer.
Keaton, and how long have you been dancing with BRIMS?
Well, I just moved here about 6 months ago, so only 6 months.
Had you been doing any kind of Irish dance before you got to Charlottesville?
Yeah, for a few years before that.
And what attracted you to doing Irish dance?
Well, I saw a river dance concert.
Oh, that's a great way to start. And I'm just curious, do you listen to a lot of Irish music at home and practice, or how does that work when you're at home and you've got the recordings?
Yeah, well, there are like a bunch of tracks for Irish music that you can.
Do you have a favorite style or any particular artist you especially like dancing to their music?
No, not really.
Okay. And have you ever been on the radio before?
No.
Well, thrilled to get you in here. And that's the beauty of BRIMS, is that they have all ages learn. And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 13.
13. And you can start as early as what age, Lori?
5.
At 5. And you can even be a centenarian out there and dance. I'd love to see it. So give us a call, folks, if you want to make a pledge so that we can continue to bring in wonderful acts like BRIMS and showcasing their great talent. That's something that we take great pride in at WTJU, is our relationship with the community members, whether it's BRIMS or some of the other organizations and all the great musicians around town, as well as touring. In fact, we talked about Breabach coming to town on the 22nd, all the way from Scotland for a concert down at Potter's Craft Cider, brought to you by BRIMS and WTJU, and they'll actually be stopping by for a live session here on our stage. So that's something that we enjoy, and we encourage you to make a pledge to WTJU if you enjoy this kind of programming and what we do all year long, not just during our fundraising. Of course, we've got 8 concerts this week, but we always bring at least one to you every single week, and we love doing it, but it takes more than just our love to do it. We do rely on our listener support. It is by far the largest amount of our funding. And without you, there is no WTJU. It's just that simple. So give us a call at 434-924-3959 or go online to WTJU.net. And I think they've changed their dancing shoes, or almost all changed them. So let's get ready for some more from BRIMS with Fiona Balistrieri jumping back on stage.
Well, we're going to do a special dance for you now that Mimi has been working on. And did you want to say anything about it now, or? That's okay. Okay.
let's when you come back, after we see it, we can talk about what you did.
And please do stay tuned or stay watching or wherever you are, because we have a special harp coming very soon. She's tuning up, and Brenda will be joining us shortly. So, but right now we're going to do some slip jigs for you with Mimi on the feet. And these are not too fast.
Live here at the stage at WTJU, the wonderful sounds of the BRIMS Trad Ensemble with Mimi dancing. Mimi, come on over and let's talk about that dance. And as she's coming over and we get our harp set up, do call 434-924-3959 or go online to WTJU.net and be like Sarah, who's just made a generous pledge. Very thankful to Sarah as we are climbing closer and closer to our goal for this program of $2,000. And also, I see one just came in from Bill. So big thanks to Bill.
Thanks, Dan.
Always thankful. Well, Mimi, let's get you over here. Let's talk about that special dance we just saw from you.
Well, that was a percussive slip jig, which for anybody who sort of knows the Irish dance world, slip jigs are mostly soft shoe and mostly done by women. So these were steps composed by Kathleen Gavin, and she composed them in honor of St. Bridget's Day, which is actually the 1st of February. So it's a tune that she wrote, not the one played today, but she wrote a slip jig and she wrote some steps to go along with it to reflect a little Sean Nose and the bouncy character of a slip jig.
So you talk about the different shoes. So we do see hard, well, at least I see hard and soft shoes. So what is there hard shoe more the standard or soft shoe, or it just depends on the style of dance?
For a slip jig, which
Well,
is what we just
we just saw. You explained that, but I'm curious overall with dancing.
It's both. So, well, Sean Nose, I would say the old style is mostly percussive. It's not necessarily done with the classic hard shoes that you might see competition Irish dancers wearing that are made of fiberglass, toe and heel. So Sean Nose dancers may have just leather soles. They may put wood on their toes and their heels. Sometimes wear taps like Fiona and I are right now. But in the competition Irish dance world, it is, I'd say, equal between soft shoe and hard shoe in terms of what's given weight, you know.
How long have you been an Irish dancer?
I started when I was about 15, and I'm 41, so you can do the math. But I had a little bit of a hiatus in the middle there for a while.
I was not going to ask your age, just to be clear. I've been slapped enough today. Well, that's a long time to be doing Irish dance, and we thank you so much for coming over with your dancers. And I want to remind folks we are here raising funds for WTJU. I do hear the phone ringing, and that number is 434-924-3959. You can also go online to WTJU.net. It takes a village to do what we do, and of course to get these members of BRIMS Trad Ensemble and the wonderful dancers out this early in the morning on a Saturday. We're so appreciative because they had to get here to sound check and set up, and we're very thankful for that. And in fact, we even now have a harp out on the stage. So we're about to hear something very special, even more special than we've been having. And I would encourage you to show that support to BRIMS for coming and taking the time to do this by calling. What's that number again, Fiona?
I have a really bad memory. 434-924-3959.
And what's that website?
WTJU.net.
Very good, thank you. That much I knew you'd know. So I'm going to get out of the way now, and what are we going to hear?
I'm actually going to sing a song for you guys. And this is called The Flower of Marelli. I've actually been working on this with my singing class, and we sang it at Dirty Nelly's the other night at the session. So yeah, I'm going to try to sing it here for you. This is a beautiful song in the English language, and it's associated with Derry in Northern Ireland. One pleasant summer's morning, when all the flowers were springing, oh, nature was adorning, and the wee birds sweetly singing, oh, I met my love near Banbridge town, my charming blue-eyed Sally, oh. She's the queen of the county down, the flower of Marelli, oh. In admiration I did my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of my rally, oh. Her yellow hair in ringlets hung, her boots of Spanish leather, oh. Her bonnet with blue ribbons on, her scarlet scarf and feather, oh. Like Venus bright she did appear, my charming blue-eyed Sally, oh. She's the girl that I love, dear, the flower of my rally, oh. I hope the day it soon will come when we'll join hands together, oh. It's then I'll bring my true love home, in spite of wind and weather, oh. And let them all say as they will, oh, let them reel and rally, oh. For I will wed the girl I love, the flower of my rally, oh. Thank you.
No auto-tuning there, folks. Just beautiful.
Totally live.
And on. Perfect. On key. Just thank you so much to Fiona for that beautiful song. We are here raising funds for WTJU. I want to thank Joe out there. And our goal for this program, we have it till noon, is $2,000. That means $500 each half hour. And we are right on track as we enter into the second half hour to do this. And hey, here's a great opportunity thanks to our friends at BRIMS. I've got a pair of tickets to catch Breabach, the Scottish group, on the 22nd of February down at Potter's Craft for a $120 pledge. You can get a pair of tickets, and so you're getting to see a show and at the same time donating to WTJU. Or if you'd like to see Dervish, or perhaps in addition, I have a pair of tickets to see Dervish on March 12th at the Haven here in Charlottesville for a $150 pledge. Again, pair of tickets and you're contributing to WTJU. It's a win-win. Now's the time to get that donation in, 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Once those tickets are gone, they're gone, so don't hesitate. Make that pledge now and let the phone answerer. By the way, you can only do this over the phone. We don't want to give away too many pairs of tickets. So do call and speak to our phone answerer at 434-924-3959 and let them know you want the pair of tickets for either Breabach for a $120 pledge or a $150 pledge for Dervish. But you have to do it over the phone. You cannot simply go online because we only have one pair each for those shows. All right, I see Fiona is back on. She's got the hard shoes, and we've got, now we have one of our other dancers back up there on the stage. Me. So
we're gonna feature Fiona doing some Shondos dance steps for this set of reels.
And again, the Shondos is the more traditional, the improvisatory, or something like that. I've been sleeping on the floor for 6 days, so give me a break. Perfect.
But don't
It's
forget
Irish.
to call 434-924-3959 or go to WTJU.net. How fast do you want to stop? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where do you think you're going, Fiona? Get over here for a minute. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Just want to thank Suzanne, who says, hey, Lori, and big thanks to Julie as well, who picked up one of those travel mugs, WTJU's travel mugs.
Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Suzanne.
Fiona, let's talk about that dance where you're able to improvise a little bit. Are there any certain rules that you have to do with that style dance, or is it pure improvisational?
Well, like a lot of traditional dance styles, there's sort of like an idiom, and so there are certain rhythms that kind of flow out of the music that are sort of intrinsic to the dance style, and those rhythms come in the form of various basic steps that are common to different people and the people who have learned dance from them. So you can theoretically do anything as long as you are feeling the music.
For example, I didn't see you doing the moonwalk there, so I'm imagining that's not terribly popular.
Not yet.
Michael O. Jackson, look out. We have got the members of the BRIMS Trot Ensemble and the wonderful dancers here this morning until noon, and we are thankful they're here to give their time because we're trying to raise some funds for WTJU, a station that's been around since 1957, and it's always been volunteer announcer based. Everyone you're hearing on the air does this because they love the station, they love bringing you the music, and that goes as well for the members of BRIMS here. They are coming in of their own free will. I don't have a way to force them to come. They do it because they appreciate WTJU. I've tried, believe me. But Alex, he won't yield to my blackmailing attempts. He just says, I'll do it anyway. Don't worry, Peter. Tess, let's come up. Let's get you up here just for a second. You are one of the founders of BRIMS.
Up here or up over there?
Sorry?
Up here or over there?
Oh, no, over there is right
Okay.
to mine. Yep. Up to the mic, I should have said. Any mic.
Okay.
So let's talk about what gave you and Sarah the idea to begin BRIMS back in the day.
So we were both teaching fiddle students. Sarah was teaching Lori's kids. I was teaching Alex and several others. And there was a decent session scene around here at the time. And I had been spending a lot of time in Ireland and was seeing teenagers who basically were playing Irish music was not weird for the teenagers in Ireland. It was just a thing that you did. And so I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if these students that we're teaching, these kids and teenagers, could actually see what it's like in Ireland and what it feels like to be in a place where the music is just there and you don't have to drive 3 hours to get to DC to see a concert or make any huge effort. It's just there. And so that was the impetus.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, and that's why it's great to have BRIMS here, is that it shows that it can't just be part of your routine life to get together and play. Mm-hmm. And that's a wonderful opportunity for the Central Virginia community, is that we have BRIMS here, thanks to Tess and Sarah's getting this started, and it's grown exponentially.
Yeah, and along with it, the Irish music scene in Charlottesville. Nobody really counts these things. There's not a census of Irish traditional musicians worldwide, although I would actually like to do that project. But I feel like per capita for Charlottesville, Albemarle, even including surrounding counties, I feel like we have a pretty big Irish music scene per capita. We may have a larger Irish music scene per capita than, I might go out on a limb and say anywhere else in the United States. That's a guess, that's a hunch. But we're big. There are a lot of us, and we've got a lot of stuff going on.
And WTJU has been there with you since the beginning. And we're thrilled to have that relationship with BRIMS. If you're someone who appreciates what we have been able to do with BRIMS and what we do all year long, now is a great time to show that financial support. We want to thank a few folks out there who made their pledges during that last set. Eileen, Daniel, Sarah Beth, and Steve. We're doing well on our fundraising. We're trying to get to $1,000 by the end of this hour and $2,000 by the end of the program. and we're right on target with 14 minutes left in this first hour. So give us a call at 434-924-3959, online at WTJU.net. I don't know when it's going to make its appearance, but this is the first time we've had a harp here with BRIMS. So I'm thrilled that we're displaying even more of what is going on with BRIMS here in in the Central Virginia area. So what's coming up next, Tess?
So we're going to do a set of tunes. Mimi is going to get up and do some Cape Breton steps. Cape Breton obviously is not Ireland. They saw a lot of emigration from Scotland. And so, but Cape Breton is another wonderful, awesome percussive dance form. I'm having the improvisation word finding issue. So anyway, so this is a set of tunes. The first one is a Irish, Scottish, who even knows tune. I think it's a Highland, and I think it's called Jimmy Lyons. I'm not sure about that. The second tune is a Cape Breton tune called Brenda Stubberts, after a great Cape Breton fiddle player. And then the third tune, we move back to Ireland for sure with a tune called Devaney's Goat.
And I just want to point out, Cape Breton is in Canada.
Yes.
And we're also excited to have Brenda with us, another Brenda, playing on Brenda Stubberts, who has spent a lot of time in Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, and knows a fair bit about that style of music also. So
I should have let you introduce these.
So as we're listening to it, perhaps we'll get Brenda up in a moment after we're done. But
And I think we have a harp solo to look forward to in the next hour, don't
excellent.
we do.
we? We do? Okay.
Fantastic. And as we're listening, remember, you can call 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJ.net. Get that donation made, and that way you can sit back knowing you've done your part, or better yet, clear the furniture away and dance away with this wonderful live music from BRIMS here on WTJU. Live here on WTJU, a Kate Breton selection with dancing as well. We are about 8 minutes away from the top of the hour, and we are waiting to hear from you at 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. This is one of those great opportunities, folks, that to not only support WTJU, but also see some of the great art going on around Central Virginia. And we're thrilled to have this relationship with BRIMS. And I see Lori Madden's getting ready to dance, it looks like, with her cowboy boots on. So, oh, are
We
bringing
have
Joe
a very
Fallon up?
a very special set. Are you going to introduce?
This will cost
Please.
you.
Uh-oh.
Better start calling because it's going to cost you.
My goodness, we're getting the old guard up here. Joe. I would never say that about Lori. Let me be very clear. At 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. And I think we better get an explanation about what we're going to see here.
Oh, don't you want to be surprised?
The radio listeners might be wondering. So,
The ensemble is going to play some polkas for us, and we're going to do, there are different kinds of set dances in Irish dance. One kind of set dance is a performative style used in competition where, Keaton actually and Carolyn will be demonstrating that in the second half. But there's also set dancing, which is group social dancing that's danced in square sets. You arrange yourselves as if you're going to do a square dance, but then you dance to, around here, we are really fond of the polka, the Kerry polkas, and the Kerry polka sets. So we'll be demoing that.
and on our dance floor, I see Fiona there, and looks like we've also got Lori coming out, and Joe, and Mimi, and, well, we're going to see what happens in the second set. So give us a call, folks. This is one that we've all been waiting to see, even though we didn't know it. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Get those donations coming in.
And also say this is a really fun social dance that you see a lot in Ireland, and that was one of the highlights of going to Ireland, was seeing people dancing this just sort of spontaneously in the pub. It's a very fun time.
And guess what? BRIMS is hosting Kaylee's now, where dances like this, you can learn how to do this, and normal mortals can do this. The next one is on Sunday, February 26th. Sunday. It's a Sunday. That's the main thing. At 3 o'clock at Potter's Cider.
It's Potter's Craft Cider, just down Route 29. Or you can also catch Breva on the 22nd.
Faster might be better.
Live here at the stage, WTJU, the wonderful sounds of the BRIMS Trout Ensemble. And a terrific quartet there dancing for us, something we've not seen here on WTJU before. And that's something that happens often at WTJU, things we've not heard before. If you're someone who appreciates WTJU and that opportunity that you have, I know every day I turn on the radio, I hear something new. And and do I love every song I hear on the station? No, but I might like the next one. That's why I keep listening. And I'm thrilled that we have 4 great music departments: classical, folk, jazz, and rock. And then we've got blues and world. And then, of course, our public affairs and podcasting. We do so much at WTJU, all in-house. And it's done by volunteers that you hear over the air. We have a very small paid staff that do some things back in the background, but the funding primarily comes from you. We get some funding from the University of Virginia, and we're very thankful for that, and some from grants and our underwriting. But by far and large, thank you. We are dependent on our listeners, and without you, we just could not do this. And speaking of underwriting, I just do want to remind folks that we are supported in part by our friends at the Paramount Theater, who are delighted to present Jazz at Lincoln Center, Songs We Love, on Sunday, March 12th. Songs We Love is a journey through the first 50 years of jazz. The Paramount Theater and Jazz at Lincoln Center are dedicated to inspiring and growing audiences for jazz. Tickets and information at theparamount.net. But again, we do get some funding from our underwriters, but without doubt, the largest single source of our funding comes from our listeners, and we could not continue to do our programming without you. It costs us $91 an hour to stay on the air, so consider making a $91 pledge, or round it up to $100, maybe $10 a month for the year. That would be a lovely thing, and that would help WTJU out so much. So give us a call, 434-924-3959. Pledge online at WTJU.net. It really just takes a moment or two, and then you can get back to enjoying the wonderful sounds of BRIMS live here at WTJU until noon. 434-924-3959. Online, WTJU.net. Thanks to Kurt and Ginger out there, and Karen and Eileen for getting those pledges in. All right, Alex, I see you by the mic.
I was just going to say, these also wonderful to contribute. You can get premiums, and I'm happy to be wearing one of the premiums today. It's the WTJU socks. They're really cool, and also the T-shirt is really nice, and great design this year. So there's all kinds of ways that WTJU will thank you for your support, and I just wanted to throw that in there. And we're going to do...
I was just going to say, I know Augie appreciates that you bring in new clothes every now and again. So,
yeah.
So give us a call, folks, and you can see all those gifts available over at WTJU.net. All right, Alex.
We're going to do some hornpipes now. First one is called Taylor's Twist, and the second one is called The Good-Natured Man. What's that? Fast.
You're listening to WTJU Charlottesville, 91.1 FM, streaming worldwide at WTJU.net. My name's Peter, and those just tuning in, we have members of the Blue Ridge Irish Music School Trad Ensemble and dancers out here performing for us until noon. What a treat it has been thus far. If you haven't had a chance to catch it, don't forget you can always catch anything here on WTJU for up to 2 weeks after it first airs over on our recent shows page, and we also have our live video stream going on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. If you appreciate that you can do that, head over to WTJU.net, click on that donate button or call 434-924-3959 and make that donation to WTJU and show why this matters to the listening community, no matter where you are around the globe. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Thanks to Ray out there and April and Kurt and Ginger for joining in on your support of WTJU. Lori, I want to get you back up here for a minute, and let's talk about your entrance into Irish dance and what got you started.
Well, I came in a little bit unusual way in that my children, my 3 children who were taking music lessons with Sarah and Tess, were also taking Irish dance classes with the late Carmel O'Rourke Ty, who we remember fondly. And the moms would sit around in class, and Carmel wasn't having it. She said, if you're going to sit there, you're going to get up and dance. So, so some of us did start to dance and continue to dance. And then as time went on, I started out teaching little kids and worked on building a dance component for the Blue Ridge Irish Music School when it became an entity.
Well, I've just got a text from one of our longtime listeners who said they're enjoying this so much they wanted to issue a challenge.
Bum, bum, bum.
That in this last hour, if we can raise $1,000, they're going to kick in another $500.
Ooh.
So, can we do it? Well, I think we can. We've done it in the past, but that all comes down to those who are watching and listening. Give us a call at 434-924-3959 or go online at WTJU.net. And do your part. We're not asking one person to give $1,000. I'm also not saying you can't do that. Maybe set up a $100 a month donation plan over at WTJU.net. I'm not asking 2 people to give $500 apiece. Oh, but you can. I'm asking however many people it takes for us to get to $1,000 in this hour, starting right now by calling 434-924-3959 or going online to WTJU.net. $500 is over 5 hours of programming here at the station. So consider helping us out, stay on the air doing what we do through your support. And if we raise that $1,000 in this hour, well, another $500 comes in, and you've helped out WTJU exponentially. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Everyone's seated except for Alex, which leads me to believe Alex is going to sing, dance, and play fiddle for us right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to introduce the next set. So we have Joe over here on the accordion, and he's going to do a little solo for Carolyn, who's going to dance. And one thing that is coming up in March is this little holiday called St. Patrick's Day. So this is we sometimes say St. Patrick's Day is coming, so we have to get ready. We have a lot of gigs coming up for that, so that's going to be fun. But we're going to have Carolyn do a dance called St. Patrick's Day, and Joe's going to accompany her.
Carolyn dancing for us, Joe Fallon on the accordion here on this. There we go. Joe's getting the proper attention he deserves for playing that wonderful accordion. Give us a call, 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. And, you know, I realized, Alex, we have not introduced all the wonderful members out there. And I see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we do that?
So over here on the harp, we have Brenda. Give it up for Brenda. We have Mark on banjo. And Tess had to leave, but she was on fiddle. And Gavin on the whistle here. Fiona on flute and feet. John Blandon on guitar and banjo. And Bill Collins on the guitar. Sounds like he's got a fan club out there.
And on feet, besides Fiona, who do we have?
We have Carolyn on the feet, and Keaton on feet, and Mimi on feet, and Fiona.
And, you know, in chatting with Mick McCauley and others, so many Irish musicians say that the way they got started was on the whistle. And that way the parents knew before they invested in a much more expensive instrument, they could see if their children were ready to perform. So it's wonderful to see the whistle still up there. Yes.
I was just going to say, we're offering a beginner tin whistle class for kids starting on the 23rd. I think it's 5 weeks, a 30-minute class for young beginners. I would say like ages 6 to 10. And Mimi, who's here dancing and playing flute, will be teaching it. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a great starting out instrument.
It's almost as if we planned that, which we didn't. So give us a call, folks. If you want to, of course, donate to WTJU. And while you're over at WTJU.net, you can also visit brimstunes.org to find out about signing up for that class. But call 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. Remember, we've got that $1,000 challenge in this hour. We raise that. We get an additional $500 for WTJU. But we have so many up on stage now, I think we're ready for some more from our friends at BRIMS.
That's right. Fiona and I are going to sing a song together. This is a song sort of for Valentine's Day, you might say. It's about birds and birds falling in love. Said the hawk unto the crow one day, "It's why do you in mourning stay? I was once in love and it didn't prove fact, and ever since I wear the black. Skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum, skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum. I was once in love and it didn't prove fact, and ever since I wear the black." Well, the next jumped up was a big jay thrush, was hiding neath the holly bush. Well, the way to court, I've heard them say, is to court all night and sleep next day. Skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum, skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum. Well, the way to court, I've heard them say, is to court all night and sleep next day. Well, the next jumped up was a Jenny Wren. I know what I'd do if I was a man. In case one love should up and go, I'd wear 2 strings on every bow. Skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum, skithery idle doodle idle doodle idle dum. In case one love should up and go, I'd wear 2 strings on every bow. Well, the last jumped up was a woolly wagtail. I once was in love and did prevail. I was once in love and did prevail, and ever since I wagged my tail.
Skithery idle doodle diddle doodle diddle dum. Skithery idle doodle diddle doodle diddle dum. I was once in love and did prevail, and ever since I wagged my tail.
Well, you can wag your tail right on over to the phone and call 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. Make that donation, folks. There aren't many stations, certainly around Central Virginia, if not around the country, where you're going to have the chance to hear great live music and dance on the radio. If you appreciate a station like WTJU with over 190 volunteers keeping this station on the air, give us a call right now. Show that support, and especially during this hour when we're trying to raise $1,000 so we can get that $500 challenge met. And if we do that, that $500 is given to WTJU. We want to thank Holly for getting a lovely donation in and helping us out. And I see Fiona. Want to say something? You want to say, Fiona?
I just wanted to say that I was thinking about being a kid and coming on WTJU and dancing on the radio, and like how awesome and cool it was, and also how much I took it for granted that we have this resource in our community to perform on the radio. Kids, adults, all of us have this resource, and so yeah, if you can give a little bit of money to support the radio station, I just wanted to say that go WTJU, and thank you. Yeah.
It's well, there you go. Listener feedback and participant feedback there from Fiona, who grew up listening and has been on WTJU on more than one occasion, and it's always a thrill. It never gets old being on the radio. I've been here since 1996, and I love every chance I get to do my program, and I know as does Alex, and everyone that we have visit the station always appreciates what WTJU brings to the airwaves. So give us a call, 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Alex, you've stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple jigs now, and I'll echo Fiona. I remember coming when I was a very small child to WTJU to perform with, I think it was Ginger McCarthy's program, and it was just a really fun experience and good first training in performing. So I echo what's been stated and go to WTJU.net or 434-924-3959. Is that too slow?
Live right here on WTJU, the sounds of the BRIMS Tread Ensemble and Feet from our wonderful dancers. Carolyn, would you come over for a second? Carolyn, let's talk about your background in Irish dance. What got you started and how long you've been doing it?
Oh man. Well, a couple of things. River dance was an inspiration. Also had some friends in the neighborhood that did it. I also bounced a lot as a kid, and none of the other sports stuck with me. And then I tried it because my neighbors did it, and I just loved it. And I've been doing it for over 20 years now.
I thought you were a teenager, so. Let's,
Thank you.
Yeah. Mimi, I'd like to have you both over here because I have a question that pertains to both of you, and I hope you don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm curious. One of you is taller than the other, and I'm curious, advantages, disadvantages, when doing Irish dance, being shorter or taller. Is there one? I mean, I have to imagine when you're a more confined space, one might be the other. I'll let you speak to it.
I have to lower the microphone. I've never been tall, so I don't really know the difference.
But as someone who instructs, do you notice that things might be a little more challenging for someone who's vertically challenged?
Sometimes if you're trying to, for example, if you're trying to cross a stage or a big space really fast, obviously if your legs are shorter, it's going to be more effort to get from point A to point B within a certain amount of time. Somebody with longer legs may get there a little faster or with a little less exertion.
And Carolyn, I would have to guess sometimes if you are in a more confined area with your longer kicks and more in the air, perhaps that might be, or I'll let you speak to advantages, disadvantages.
Yeah, so I would say it's a lot more difficult in tight spaces. Definitely have to tone it down a little bit, but to Mimi's point, if you do have a big stage like with competition, those stages are pretty large. It is quite helpful being able to move across the stage in 3 steps instead of 5 or 6 or whatever it might take. Other advantages, it really comes down to body composition as well. If you have stronger legs, hard shoe might be more your forte than soft shoe. There's a lot of different factors. I personally like hard shoe better than soft shoe. I don't know if my height makes a difference in that, but a lot of things to consider.
Well, that answers my questions, but you know what? That brings up the point that's what I like about WTJU is that no one is telling me not to ask questions. I can bring in, idiotic though they may be sometimes. I get to program and ask questions that I want to ask, and that's true for every show host here at WTJU, is that we're given the chance to bring in music, performers, and take the program in directions that someone may else not do. So everyone here at the station has that chance, and that's why I certainly have gotten involved so that I can bring my side of things to the airwaves. Alex does his. Pete from Sunset Road does that as well, and I learned from it. And so if you're someone who has learned and enjoyed what you've heard here on WTJU, now is a great time to show that support. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. And again, if you'd like to go see Breabach, that's something else BRIMS does, is bring wonderful artists to town, and that will be on the 22nd of February at Potter's Craft Cider. For a $120 pledge to WTJU, you can get a pair of tickets. And if you'd like to see Dervish on the 12th of March at the Haven, for a $150 pledge, you could get a pair of tickets for that. So that's a win-win. You're getting some tickets and also supporting WTJU. You do have to call in for those tickets because we only have one pair of each. So do that right now at 434-924-3959, or go online to WTJU.net if you just would like to make a donation otherwise. And I'm going to get out of the way because I hear the phone's ringing, pledges are coming in, and we've got that $1,000 challenge. Raise that by the end of this hour. Another $500 comes in. Okay, where are we heading?
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Brenda is going to do a little solo for us on the harp. Do you want to say anything about it, or
Well, sure.
do you want to
Should I?
come up?
Okay, if I can maneuver in between. I'll start with the slow air, which is what harps are sort of known for. It's based on a very sad song called For Ireland. I'd not tell her name. Irish music or Irish songs are full of the repertoire is full of sad Irish songs. But I won't leave you there. I'll pick it up at the end and go straight into a Planxty by Turlough O'Carolan, who was one of the most noted and prolific of the itinerant harpers of the late 1600s into the early 1700s.
Right here on WTJU, the sounds of Brenda with that beautiful harp. And well, no, that was an accordion, I promise. Give us a call here at 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. As my father would say, an elephant just ran under your chair, Peter. But I promise that's not what it was. We're here raising funds for WTJU, and we have had some lovely pledges. Hey, thanks to Joe up in Boston. We love Joe. Used to actually host a program here at
Oh, our friend Joe.
yes, Joe Basconi up there in Boston. Thrilled to have Joe make that donation, as well as Augusta, who's made a lovely pledge, and Rachel right here in Charlottesville, who thanks Atlantic Weekly and BRIMS, and well, all the great DJs here at WTJU. Thank you, everyone. We are doing well. We are a little over $400 into our challenge for this hour, so we just have another $600 to go, and we're about halfway through this hour. Another $600 raised, and we get another $500 added to that. So we can turn $600 into $1,100 in these next 25 minutes. So give us a call. You do your part, as you have been throughout the hour, and this special $500 gift will be put into WTJU's coffers to help us out. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. No one's actually at the mic, so I'm not sure what we're about to do. Maybe someone wants to introduce it.
Hey there. So we're going to have Keaton come up and dance a set dance. This dance is called Garden of Daisies. And I'm going to play accordion. Mark's going to play the banjo. And then someone will explain exactly what a set dance is. Thank you.
Live here at WTJU. That was some accordion from Joe and our young dancer. Hey, I just want to thank Taryn and Lula for their support of this program. Thrilled to have them support WTJU, and big props to you both. Well, we are in these last 20 or so minutes of this program, and we are doing well. But we can still use your support so we can get that additional $500 by the end of this hour. Give us a call. Do what you can, 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. I see some folks, Joe picked up a pair of our socks, and Taryn and Lula got a hat. So, you know, it took me a while to figure out why people need socks. I haven't ever worn them before, but when I saw the WTJU socks, I became almost inspired enough to get some.
It's cool to have little radios on your feet.
That's true. So I'm the odd man out when it comes to socks, I guess. But they are beautiful, and you can pick that up for a pledge of support to WTJU. 434-924-3959. And in fact, I'm just going to throw this out there. Even though it's been warm out lately, this is winter, and we have a great opportunity to get our travel mug and a pair of socks for a $150 donation to the station. So just something to consider. And I see we're getting more and more flutes up there. So, Alex?
We're conferencing here about what's next.
All right. As you're conferencing, I want to remind folks we are fundraising for WTJU, and we would love for you to get that pledge of support in. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. I do have that pair of tickets for Breabach on the 22nd available at Potter's for a $120 pledge. You'll need to call to get that, or to catch Dervish for a $150 pledge. Great opportunity to support WTJU and hear live music at the same time. Conferencing, I think, has almost come to a close. So what have we decided on?
Oh, yes. We're going to do a couple hornpipes again for you. The first one's called The Harp and the Shamrock, and the second one's called Cronin's. One, two, three. Thank you.
Live here on WTJU, the sounds of the Blue Ridge Irish Music School Trad Ensemble with our fantastic dancers as well. And speaking of dancing, I do want to remind you that at the February 22nd Breabach concert, there will be, Megan will be dancing there, and on the 12th of March for Dervish, we're going to have members of the BRIMS dancers up there dancing with them. So you don't want to miss that chance because our theme this week is Shall We Dance? And I encourage you to get out and bust a groove, as they say, whether it's in the Irish style or, of course, so many Irish styles. We've seen at least three different styles presented this morning here, and you can find those over on our YouTube page and YouTube channel and Facebook page if you'd like to see what they look like, as just in case you were listening over the airwaves. But hey, we are in the last 15 minutes of the program. I do want to thank our friends at the Virginia Breeze bus lines and intercity bus service connecting the Commonwealth through 4 routes: the Capital Connector, the Highlands Rhythm, the Piedmont Express, and the Valley Flyer. The Piedmont Express route provides a daily connection between Charlottesville and Washington, D.C. Ticket and route information is at virginiabreeze.org. That's virginiabreeze.org. Where will you go with Virginia Breeze bus lines? And we are getting some nice pledges in. I just want to thank everyone who has made those pledges of support at 434-924-3959 or online at WTJU.net. We want to thank Lori out there for making a generous pledge, and also to David for making a fantastic pledge. And he would like the Breabach concert tickets. So those are gone on the 22nd of February. So please don't call in for them, but we still do have the Dervish tickets available for a $150 pledge. And everything's a win-win, frankly, but in that case, you're getting to see one of the best groups out there. That's Dervish on the 12th of March at the Haven, brought to you by BRIMS and WTJU, and also supporting WTJU at the same time. Make that call at 434-924-3959. It's a $150 donation for that. But really, you're supporting WTJU, and in this case, also getting tickets at the same time. If you do your part, we'll do ours. BRIMS has already done its, and it's going to continue right through noon. And where are we at? We're less than $500 away, it appears, from getting that other $500. So give us a call. Let's turn that $500 into $1,000 by noon. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. If we get this $500, folks, we are doubling what you would have given thanks to this challenge. So do your part. We'll do ours. BRIMS is obviously doing its part. So let's get back to their wonderful sound right here on WTJU.
Thanks, Peter. We're going to play a waltz for you now that is written by an accordion player named Josephine Marsh. It's called Matthew's Waltz. And I will just say before we play that if you like this type of music and you want to hear it live, there's all kinds of opportunities around town, or if you want to play with us. This afternoon, there's a session at the Whiskey Jar from 12 till 3. Tomorrow, there's a session over at Albemarle Cider Works. And Tuesday night at Dirty Nelly's, you can come on down at 7:30. So there's all kinds of ways to listen to more of this music, see the dancing, hear the singing, and join in. So just want to throw that out there.
Live here at the stage at WTJU, the wonderful sounds of the BRIMS Trad Ensemble. You can find out all about them over at brimstunes.org. And while you're online, head over to the volunteers, both on and off air, that keep the station going with a very small paid staff that just help out in the background to do some things. And we want to thank Tess out there for making a lovely pledge.
Thanks, Tess.
And hey, I want to remind folks that dancing and live music is a big part of WTJU, especially this week with our theme of Shall We Dance. Coming up at 2 o'clock, we have got Mama Tried coming into play until 4. And then tonight, our live concert series closes out with Brown Sugar at 8, from 8 till 9. So plenty of opportunities to still get out and catch some live music, be part of the studio audience. And of course, here, though, is where we're getting all this wonderful dancing from our friends at BRIMS. So do give us a call. We're in the last 7 minutes of the show. You can make your pledge at 434-924-3959. Go online to WTJU.net. Less than $400 to go to get that extra $500. We can do it. Just takes you doing your part to get there. 434-924-3959. Online to WTJU.net. And thank you to Matthew O'Donnell, who's just made a generous pledge as well.
Thank you, Matthew.
And by the way, I've talked about our live concerts. We do Offbeat Roadhouse every Friday night, and Matthew O'Donnell will be in on the 17th of February. That's this coming Friday to perform from 8 till 9. So I hope you come out for that. Okay, let's get me out of the way and Fiona back up to the mic.
Yeah, I'm going to sing another song for you guys. This one is called Free and Easy, and I got it from the wonderful singer and flute player, Maura Nikaulev. And yeah, this song is dedicated to those who are single on Valentine's Day and loving it.
That's me. That's me. Finally, a song for me. I've been waiting for this opportunity. Hey, we're only $300 away.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, $300 could become $800. Now let me get out of the way so I can hear the song for me.
All right. Well, the first of me rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land. Well, I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, the first place I rambled was to Derry Quay, just a few miles distant of Ballybuffet. They sat me down for to sing a song, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, the next place I rambled was to Glasgow Green, where the lads and lassies were to be seen. But I was the blithest of all the throng, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, I had not gone but a very short space, when a nice wee girl, she smiled in my face. She asked of me, am I a married man? No, I'm free and easy for to jog along. Well, I took this wee girl into an inn. There we drank brandy, strong ale and gin. She asked of me, would I give heart and hand, and give up free and easy for to jog along. Oh, no, fair maiden, such things can't be, for I am bound for to cross the sea. When a man gets married, his race is run. He's no more free and easy for to jog along. Look at yonder stream, how it gently glides. It can go no farther than it's allowed. It can go no farther than it gets command. But me, I'm free and easy for to jog along.
Live here at the stage at WTJU. That was Fiona Balistrieri performing for us. We're in the last few minutes of our time with the BRIMS Trout Ensemble and everyone on foot. They're great dancers. Thank you so much to them for coming in, and thank you to everyone who's made those pledges to help us get to our goal. And we're just about $300 away from hitting that magic number, at which point we'll get another $500 gifted to WTJU from a longtime supporter. So do your part. Whatever you can give gets us closer. 434-924-3959. Online at WTJU.net. Coming up at noon will be the Owen Bradley Sound with Goldfinger. So hope you all stick around for that. And then 2 more live concerts. 2 o'clock, Mama Tried. And then 8 o'clock tonight, we have got the sounds of Brown Sugar. But Alex, how are we going to close things out?
We're going to wrap things up with a blast of reels, and these are some reels we learned in Ireland from Breed O'Gorman, flute and whistle player, and the dancers are going to give us a stomp.
you.
We're off.